Good evening, Bel Air staff, and this is your proud principal, Mrs. McDonald, with my principal moment. So as you can see, I am at home, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't do my blog today. So bear with me as I go through my sticky notes of items. But I first wanted to say thank you guys for your flexibility as I've been in and out of the building this week. It's been a very short week for me, but definitely power packed. Wednesday, we had our language arts instructional rounds. Mr. Lewandowski and Mrs. Holst came to the classrooms to just do a quick little checklist of some things, just double checking, CLT, and checking the implementation of our CLT, seeing how things are within our grade levels, etc. Definitely not an evaluative tool at all. It was just pretty much to go through the expectations that we have during the language arts block. So I will be sharing that data with you guys, grade level data, and then you will receive a copy of the individual checklist for your classroom. And then on Thursday, on yesterday, Mrs. Palmer, myself, and Miss Harrington came and did instructional rounds for math. So once again, it's not an evaluation. You won't see things on there that are in any way evaluative. It's just so that we can provide some input in regards to what's being implemented in your classroom. So you'll just see check marks like of things that we saw that were present. And once again, I will follow up with those instructional rounds by the grade level and also give you a copy of your individual teacher checklist as well. So we'll be doing those throughout the school year. If you are interested in doing instructional rounds, it's a non-biased, an unbiased type of way of seeing the great things that are going on here at Bel Air. So I was definitely impressed with our teachers. Not saying that I shouldn't be. I mean, come on, we are rock stars at Bel Air. So I was really, really excited just to see the review of our CLT plans, although I am not in those meetings because I want you guys to be vulnerable. I want you to have a trusting relationship with Mrs. Palmer and Mrs. Holst, Mrs. Farrell. That is so very important to me. So I don't want to, hinder that progress and development at all. However, I do review the CLTs plans so that when I do come in and do informal observations, I know exactly what I should be looking for. So I thank you guys for staying true to those plans and then putting your own spin on it so that our kids are continually excelling and making the progress that is needed every day. So I thank each and every one of you. Like I shared, the CLT walkthroughs, or not walkthroughs, but the instructional rounds will occur throughout the school year. They are already on my calendar. They will not be announced. However, if you're interested in seeing whether you feel like you're strong in language arts and you need some support in an area, or you feel like, hey, I got this. I want to see what other grade levels are doing. Let me know. However, all I ask is that what is seen is confidential. And, if there's something that you feel is questionable, I do ask that you do not share those things around the building. However, if you feel like you are someone who can have the opportunity to reflect on not only just your practice, but the practice of other teachers, please feel free to join me in these instructional rounds. Your input and insight, and also your ability to grow from what you have seen or you have were able to observe, I welcome it. Why not? We are a transparent staff. Like I shared, we deserve transparency and interdependency. So how else can we get better but with each other, right? Get better together. Tomorrow, I did send out an email. Tomorrow, the building will be open, which is Saturday. It will be open from 9 to 2 o'clock. And Miss Roop will be the point of contact for that. And then on Sunday, it will be Miss Elmis, and she will be the point of contact for that as well. I hope I didn't get the times mixed up, but I just sent an email out a little earlier today, earlier this evening. So If the times are wrong, I know they both are at 9 o'clock. So if you're going to come in, please make sure you sign in or check in with either Miss Roop on Saturday or Miss Elmas on Sunday, so that they know that you are in the building. And then also just remain mindful of the time of when you leave out in the building, because their time is definitely valuable, just like yours. However, we just want to make sure everyone gets out in a timely manner. One thing that I want to begin to implement at Bel Air is the partner system, the buddy system. So when students leave out of their classroom, whether it's going to the restroom, whether it's going to do an errand, or whether it's going to go get something from another classroom, going to the water fountain, etc., I would very much love to see, or very much need to see, a student with a partner. I walk through the hallways at times, and there are students that, of course, they're walking by themselves to go to the restroom or to the nurse, etc. But just thinking about crisis management, and if we do have a stranger in our building, the possibility of a student being snatched, or what if a kid is feeling ill and they get sick on their way down to the nurse's station, or maybe fall out in the hallway. And our hallways are always busy. There's always someone in the hallway, but just for safety precaution, I really need for the implementation of the buddy system. So if a student leaves out, make sure they have a buddy with them. And then in the bathroom, if they go to the restroom, make sure that if a kid is going to be in there long and they make their way back to the classroom, I do ask that you just walkie Miss Marshall, myself, Mr. Lewandowski, to go check in on the student, because sometimes we have students who need to take care of their business, and instead of having the kid wait there for a long time, may send their partner back. However, we need to make sure as adults that the kids are okay. So please feel free to walkie one of us so that we can just double check to make sure our students are safe. Let me see what else. Monday, I will be out on Monday again. I do have my Central Principals meeting with Mr. Erickson. I will be at Henderson Elementary School. I will not have access to email. However, definitely feel free to email me. And if I have a break, I'll definitely email you back. However, we will have an administrator in the building, and Mr. Lewandowski will also be there on Monday. I will be returning about 12:30. I hope the meeting doesn't go as longer than it's scheduled. I do begin our PGP meetings on Monday with Mr. Lewandowski. Tuesday, I will be meeting with every grade level teacher during your planning. Of course, if you want to have individual time, there's some things that you feel you need to work on or review with me individually, I will make myself available to meet with you. But we'll be doing that collectively as a grade level. And so for the next 2.5 weeks, my meeting schedule will be jam-packed with these PGP meetings. Remember, it doesn't need to be 100% pristine and perfect, but when you come in, I do need those items filled out: your previous data, your current baseline data, your action steps, and an idea of what you want your SMART goal to be, or SMART goals to be. Just know that when you're with me, our time together is extremely valuable, and I do want to have some transparent, reflective questions and answers, allowing us to be able to really focus on growth this year, not just in just the students, but also in you as a professional. That is so very important to me, as I am helping you become more intentional in your instruction and also interdependent upon each other. Just a quick side note or introduction of a great idea that has been brewing between me and Mrs. Nickerson. Mrs. Nickerson is the principal at Enterprise Elementary School, and we have been talking. We both were in our 3rd year, have known each other since we came into this county. And so we were talking about, when we were in the classroom, about planning and making sure that we have enough time to meet as a team. 45 minutes isn't enough, and really wishing we had the opportunity to collaborate with other schools and have supports and different ideas, and generating those ideas with other schools. So this year we will be implementing some planning. So vertical planning. I'm really excited. So some horizontal planning with grade levels, and then we're hoping next year we'll be able to do some vertical planning. So what we are still in the works of thinking how this will happen. We will have our fabulous interventionists present, helping and assisting, and also some folks from the county in the math department and the language arts department to help facilitate wonderful growth conversations and planning support for each grade level through half-day planning days. And so I'm a little excited about that. I'm looking forward to that, and definitely as it's implemented, feedback from you guys is so very critical. I'm just really trying to find but trying to place value on instructional planning and place value on the reflective conversations that need to happen amongst professional educators, intentional professional educators. So just know this is something in the works that we are it's going to happen. So for each grade level, kindergarten through 5th grade. And we are really, really excited. Once again, and we'll be with Enterprise. I don't have a time frame now because we're still working out like some of the kinks and logistics, and then bringing it to our interventionists for input, so just be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys again for being homework buddies with our PEP program. Just know that you will be receiving your Blue Jean coupon next week in your mailbox. I remember, happy birthday, Miss Candy, tomorrow. And I believe that's it. Look, I so appreciate you guys. I tell you this every day. I really hope that you feel and know that my sentiments are true. You guys are phenomenal rock stars. You do everything that is needed for our students. And even sometimes when we fall short for our students, that relationship picks up that gap. And I do appreciate the time and the effort that you have taken to know our students, to get to know our students. I am open for any feedback on some Saturdays with the principals workshops that I will be beginning in December through the rest of the school year. I do have some cool topics from last year's Saturdays with the principal, but just know that I'm welcome to anything. I'm open to anything. We did get our budget. So Roseanne and I, she's going to be out for a few days next week. I'll be reviewing it. I'm looking forward to just seeing where we are fiscally and what can be done to help support you as a teacher. And if there's any other materials and things that you need, I look forward to being able to provide that for you. Thank you for your flexibility and going through your classrooms, and literally somebody shoots out an email about needing something within seconds is at their doorstep. So thank you for answering a call. Thank you for all that you do for our students. 5th grade, have a fabulous trip on Monday. Other than that, I am signing off. It's Friday. Turn Up Friday. Have a great one, guys.